Hey everybody, I am back and completely over the moon at how Sci-Fi Con went. I had a blast. I mean, you seriously couldn't have asked for a better time. Obviously, I'm repping the t-shirt. So, on that note, we're going to make for you today strawberry shortcake in a mug. How great is that? And I'm going to do it in layers. So, first thing you want to do is chop up a bowl of strawberries. How many you want to use is up to you. Whether you like a lot or a little. And then take a little bit of sugar and just sprinkle it over your strawberries and set those little yummies aside to wait. Now, get yourself just a mixing bowl. Oh, and you could do this all in one giant mug, or you could get 2 giant mugs and do it in layers like I'm going to do. So, mixing bowl. Get yourself half a cup of flour. Okay, half a cup of flour right in your mixing bowl. Set aside flour. What do we got next? Just 2 tablespoons of sugar. Providing the sugar wants to cooperate. 1 and 2. Just swoosh that around. Doesn't need mixed up too great. Okay, half a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, once you realize you need to open a new jar of baking powder. So, half a teaspoon baking powder. What we got next? 1/4 a teaspoon, which is just basically a pinch, just a little pinch of salt. Just to help that bake. That didn't come out of the. What do we got next? Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take 1/4 a cup of butter, which is basically half a stick. And you want it to be cold, but you don't want it to be like so hard you can't use it. And just take little chunks with your fork and put that in the bowl. Yes, you could be all technical and cut it into perfect little squares, and yeah, who wants to do that? So once you've got your butter chunked up, you're going to take your fork, you're going to gently mix all this together. You could, again, you could be fancy and use your fingers, but let's face it, I get dirty enough doing this. You're going to stir this around. It might take a little bit, and you're going to get a crumbly dough with this. Because the butter is cold, but, you know, not so rock hard you can't stir it. You're going to get making yourself basically what is a dough. And yes, I'm throwing stuff around again. Alright. Once you got some fair enough crumbles in there, your butter still might be a little chunky in there, but you're going to add some wet ingredients here soon. Once you got that, I mean, you can see it's a little crumbly, but it's not terrible. Besides, we all know we're very informal here. Okay, once you get that done, you're going to take 1 egg. I've mixed up 1 egg. You know, just take your fork and mix it up in there. And you're going to take 3 tablespoons of milk and mix it into your egg. 1 small egg. If they have small to medium, use that. If not, you know, do what you can. 1, 2. Might have ended up with a little extra milk, but basically you want 3 tablespoons of milk. Take your fork, mix that up a little bit. Sorry, phone's ringing. Somebody else will get it. And you're going to add that to your dry ingredients. Give that a good mix up so you got a nice runny, well, I don't know how runny it'll be, but you'll have a nice batter, point being. It's not going to be a runny batter, it's going to be a thicker batter. And you're going to see it's not like, it's your normal amount of batter we make, but you'll see in a minute here why I have 2 cups. So, once you have that mixed up, get every last little bit of egg and milk in there. take your 2 cups, if you're going to do it layered like I am. Shake this up. Spray it with a little, Pam cooking spray, whatever you got so that doesn't stick. And split the batter between cups. Do the best you can. I mean, it might not be perfectly even. Just say whichever one comes out bigger is your bottom layer. If you're having a little trouble getting it out of there, grab your tablespoon and get some more out of there. Okay, now we've got our batter into our bowls. I just shake it a little bit, gets it settled down in there. And you can see these aren't very full. But you're going to head to your microwave and you're going to do it for 2 minutes. You can do them at the same time. And what I'm going to do here is show you why I'm doing them in 2 separate bowls. I'm going and getting a regular size bowl, and I'm going to put 1 layer of the cake in when it comes out, sprinkle some strawberries on top, put the other layer on, and sprinkle more strawberries so we have a nice layered cake. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm so messy and I have all this stuff on the stove, I'm getting ready to have a couple friends over tomorrow night because today is the 4th of July. Stay safe, put off lots of fireworks. That's what I do. And of course, there's only going to be 5 of us here tomorrow night with me and my friends, but do I get like a ton of food? Yes. We will check on those in just a minute. We might have to do it another 30 seconds like we've done sometimes. Now, you could do a straight strawberry shortcake if you want, but owing the fact that I have fresh raspberries and fresh blueberries, I'm going to jazz mine up a little bit. And I'm keeping out the milk and the sugar because when this is done and you have it all piled up, you could put some Cool Whip on, whipped cream, whatever you choose. I personally like to eat while it's hot with some milk and sugar on top. Makes it really good. That's how I do it anyway. Okay, we got about 30 seconds and then we're going to check on this. I know, I'm all tired. I just had such a good time this past weekend. Smile is not going to leave my face. I sold my chocolates sold really well. I completely sold out of Dr. Who chocolates. Okay, my chocolate selling so well probably did end up to me buying too much stuff. But I got a book off my friend Kat. She makes these hollow books. Really good. Okay, let's check on our cake. Oop, we're getting there, but it pulls away from the edges easily. At least mine pulls away from the edges easily, but there's still a little bit of goop in the middle. On that one anyway. Okay, same with this one. So we're going to do another 30 seconds and check on it. Because we want it to be light and spongy but completely cooked through. And yes, you'll see me checking my Facebook. I can't help it. It's what I do. How else am I going to connect with you guys? Especially those of you who might want to order some chocolates. Okay, we'll check this in 10 seconds here. Okay, now we'll check it again. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Because it lifts out, but there's still some uncooked just in the middle. But the little bit that's left in my fork is the perfect shortcake. Not too sweet, got a little bit of the tart still to it, but really good. Oh, and next week, I already know what I'm going to do, so beware of a blueberry recipe. And I'll wear another one of the t-shirts that I bought next week. I know, I'll slowly over the next couple weeks show you all the stuff I got, from the 2 new books from a great author that I met, to some jewelry. Yes, I bought a necklace that actually doesn't make me break out in a rash. Yay! You won't get to see the Japanese candy that I bought because I ate most of that already. Okay, now we're done. Might still seem a little, oh yes, we are perfect. Now, if you did one big batter, you could just pile strawberries and whipped cream on top, or milk and sugar, and go ahead and eat it. But I'm going to show you how I layer mine. So, you can tell I've plopped my first layer in here. So I'm going to take my strawberries that have slowly been soaking that yummy, yummy sugar in. Pile some of them on top with a little bit more sugar just because. Yes, I know this is strawberry shortcake, and yes, I'm putting extra berries on. I guess you could call it a berry shortcake, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to call it a strawberry shortcake. Okay, now we go and get our second layer. Scoop it around the outside, and because we sprayed it, you can see how nice and steamy and how it just plops right out of there. And that is why we use some cooking spray. Put the rest of our strawberries right on top of there. Yeah, they're probably gonna fall off, but it's domed. A few more berries on top of there. Yeah, you'll get your hands berry stained, but it is worth it. And there you have a strawberry shortcake layer cake made in a mug. I'm gonna get some milk, pour it over the top of mine, get a spoon or a fork, it's up to you. And I'm gonna go enjoy. And I'll see you guys next week. And I hope you try this because it's really good. And remember, thank you to all my new subscribers. You've put me over 100 subscribers. Thank you. If you have any requests, anything that you'd like to see me attempt, just let me know. And I'm so happy that I met some of you at Sci-Fi Con. And I look forward to getting to know you better. See you next week.